Hello, welcome to my classroom. I wanted to show you this short video of my room, what it looks like this year. I'm Mr. Corey. This is room 213. And what you'll see when we go in here is the desks have all been spaced out, so they are 6 feet apart for social distancing purposes. One of the things that we're going to do to try to keep you safe when you come back to the school. So my room and what it's going to look like this year, we got lots of space. You can just come in and relax and spread out. Well, not too much, but spread out. And then I'd also like to, of course, tell you something about the class. AP Language and Composition. Here's all my contact information. So again, I'm Mr. Corey in room 213. And there's my phone number and my email address. Feel free to contact me with questions that you have, whether they're about the class or about something you wished I would have covered in this video. Feel free to reach out. The first couple slides, I'm just going to show you some pictures of me and my family, so you kind of know who I am a little bit. One of the things that I really love to do is travel, and I always travel with my wife, because otherwise it's not that fun. My wife Mara is my very best friend. I've known her for more years than I haven't known her. We just had our 26th wedding anniversary, and couldn't be happier to still be with her. She's fantastic. That's her in the upper right hand corner, and the lower middle. In the upper right hand corner, we're in Bath, which is actually where the Romans built some baths in England. And the middle of the bottom there, that's our favorite place. That's the Giant's Causeway. It's pretty in the shot we've got there, but there are rocks off to my left side in that picture that are just amazing. Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. It's my favorite place in the world. To the left of that picture, where I look really happy to be doing whatever I'm doing there, that's London. I'm in front of the Millennium Bridge. London is my favorite city. Giant's Causeway is my favorite place. It would be hard to pick if I had to go on vacation again. If I got to go on vacation again, which will happen sometime in the next few years, I hope. Bottom right, that's Australia. And then the upper middle there, that is an abbey in Britain. It's where they shot them film sequences for the Harry Potter movies when they were in the hallways at Hogwarts. The next slide, you can see my son Xander with my wife Mara and me in that upper left-hand picture. We're in front of the Buddha statue there. We had an opportunity to go to Japan a couple summers ago. It was a fantastic trip. We had a really good time. My son again on the upper right there with me. We're at Taekwondo class. That was Father's Day. They were doing a presentation for fathers who might want to join with their kids. I joined with Xander in October of 2018, and we've been having a great time with it. We're still going. We are on our 8th belt level, and we hope to get our black belts sometime in 2021. We only have 3 more belt levels to go, so it definitely could happen. The bottom middle, that is Master Lee with Xander. Xander won a trophy when he was a green belt. He did really super great job. He's hoping to win another one sometime soon. So am I, but I haven't yet. They don't focus as much on the adults as they do on the kids, which is how it should be. And then, of course, the most important beings on this page, Sasha on the bottom left is our Labrador mix, and Ben on the right is an English Cream Golden Retriever. They are fantastic dogs. We got them last summer, 2019. We got them on the same day. One was a puppy and one was an adult, and they've been getting along really, really well. So that's a little bit about me and my family. and what I like to do. And of course, now I want to tell you some things about AP Lang. So AP Lang, most people think that the purpose of AP Lang is to pass the test and get a good score, or to go to college and be able to take a higher level composition class. Well, those things are true, but of course, the real purpose of taking AP Lang is to make sure that you're prepared to actually do college level work. So in AP Lang, I teach you how to improve your skills in reading, in writing, and in thinking as much as I possibly can. So we do a lot of different types of writing, not just the 5-paragraph essay that you've been taught. Well, you've been taught the traditional essay. It's not always 5 paragraphs, but we'll look at different types of writing and how you can master that. We'll continue to increase your knowledge in grammar and mechanics and how English works. And we'll continue to work on your reading skills. And most importantly, we'll teach you how to take responsibility for your own learning. And what that means is that you don't have excuses, you just learn it and you do well and you always do your best. And when you don't know stuff, you ask me, because that's my job, is to help you learn what you need to know. This next slide, this is some basic course content. We read a number of short nonfiction pieces and only a few longer pieces. So you can see the first thing says in-depth reading. There are lots of excerpts I'm going to pull out of the Language of Composition textbook. They're short nonfiction pieces. They're usually a page or 2 pages long, and we analyze those and we look at why does the writer make the choices that he or she makes. We will also be reading the Gettysburg Address by Abraham Lincoln, which is a pretty short speech, but very well done. And we'll look at his choices. And we will read a letter to Thomas Jefferson by Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker wanted to prove that Thomas Jefferson that all men are created equal and that includes African Americans. And he makes his argument in this letter. So we'll go through and look at how well he makes his argument and what he knew about Thomas Jefferson that made him write what he wrote. The one long piece that we read is All Quiet on the Western Front. That's a story about World War I. It's told from the German perspective, which is interesting because usually we hear the story from the winners of the war, not from those who lose. So we'll be looking at that and the choices that the author, whose name is Remarque, made in order to accomplish his purpose in that book. And as I said before, we'll be looking at different types of writing. So you will be writing traditional essays, but you'll also be writing timed essays that we'll do in class, coronavirus permitting. We'll be looking at writing arguments. We'll be looking at rhetorical analysis writing, and we'll be looking at synthesis writing. So those 3 types of writing are the types that are on the AP Lang test. So it's my job to help you understand those and to help you learn how to write those so that you can do well on the test. So if the only one of those 3 that you understand right now is argument, don't worry about it. My job is to teach you all of those. One thing that's going to be new this year, I would assume in all of your classes, is that all of your work will be completed on your Chromebook or another device that is compatible with Schoology. So all of your work for AP Lang will be on Schoology, just like it would have been in spring trimester. You will turn in all your assignments through Schoology, and the gradebook also, and this is new, will be on Schoology. So last year, some teachers used the Schoology gradebook, but also Infinite Campus, while most teachers used Infinite Campus. This year, everyone will use the Schoology gradebook. So you'll know what your grades are on Schoology. You don't have to sign into Infinite Campus. The only thing Infinite Campus will be used for will be to submit grades at the 4-week, 8-week, and end of the trimester points. So Schoology, Schoology, Schoology. That's where it's at. Late work in AP. I do accept late work. Depending on the circumstance, I do, of course, take off points for lateness. I accept work until a grading period ends. So as you see there on the slide, at 4 weeks, at 8 weeks, and at 12 weeks, those are the cutoff periods. So if in the first 4 weeks you happen to have something missing, you need to make sure you get it to me before grades are sent home at 4 weeks for me to accept that. And then if you have things missing anytime between weeks 5 and 8, you have to get it into me before I submit grades on 8 weeks. And then from 9 weeks to 12 weeks or 13, depending on how many weeks this trimester has, same thing. You need to make sure I get your work, of course, before the end of the try. The grading scale is the traditional grading scale, as you can see there, so no secrets in that. The last thing I want to talk about is safety. So there are a few key things we're doing. One, of course, we want to make sure everybody's wearing a face mask. Whenever you see me, I'll be wearing a face mask. All the teachers will be wearing face masks. The administrators, the custodians, women in the lunchroom, hopefully every single person that you see inside the school building will be wearing a face mask. People who visit are required to wear a face mask. Additionally, like you saw with my desks, we are going to observe 6 feet for social distancing. That helps to prevent the spreading of the virus as well. So whenever you can, 6 feet or more. And then hand sanitizer. When you come into a classroom, there should be hand sanitizer in every single room. So you should sanitize on the way in. You should sanitize on the way out. And one other thing that we're doing in order to reduce the number of people you come into contact with is block scheduling. So this way you'll have fewer transitions, you'll see fewer people. So even if everybody is in the building on each day, you won't come in contact with as many people if we aren't transitioning from every single class to another. So that is what we're going to do this year. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll go back up to my contact again. There you go. Phone number, email. Let me know what you need to know. I look forward to seeing you on the first day whenever we get to meet for the first time.